Welcome to episode 462 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Tim Kincaid in the building. Tonight we're talking about the Eagles Commanders preview. Obviously, the Eagles, our Eagles are going down 95. If you're not familiar with the highway around here, down 95 to actually get this dub, but actually lock up the NFC East and pretty much solidify that number 2 seed at least. For now, because we know the Lions and the Vikings have to play each other. So that means somebody's catching the L. Okay, so as long as the Eagles keep on stacking these dubs, I'm going to continue to feel great. The Eagles haven't, as of lately, given us anything to complain about. Obviously, people will nitpick, but the Eagles have won 10 straight games over the last couple weeks, over the last multiple weeks. This is a great opportunity to stack another dub. How about 11 games in a row would be spectacular. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. I mean, a lot of people are excited to go down there. I mean, no one really likes the stadium. I think we like to crack jokes about the stadium, but I think it's going to be a cool opportunity just to be there. But I wish you were with us. But Tim, are you geeked up about this week?
Bro, I'm you know what? I'm actually really, really excited about this game. Just due to the fact it's division, right? Number 2, we got some bulletin board material by the Commanders running back, Robinson, Mr. Robinson. He wants to talk some. He wants to put where his mouth is. So I'm very, very excited for this, and I know you're going to be you and the fellas going to be in the building, so you're going to be representing. I'll be representing there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the 4th of July hat and T-shirt, so yeah, I know you guys will be representing me. Well, you're there.
I mean, I'm Brian Robinson. I know I think he had one of the most fire comeback stories. Talking about him getting robbed and shot. Many men playing. That was just rivalries aside, I thought that was a pretty monumental moment for him in his career. Right. Got an opportunity to talk to him, interview him down at the Senior Bowl a couple years ago. It was one of my mid-round favorites. Good guy. But the buck stops here. Okay, fam.
Big back.
It's buck stops here. I really feel like the Eagles defense has been on a tear as of lately. No one scored 20 points on this defense for how long? It's been a while. It's insane just to think about where we were last year and to see where we are this year. Like I said, Eagles defense hasn't allowed more than 20 points in a game during the 10-game winning streak.
But you know what that means?
Hold on. The 2017 team never went more than 4 games without allowing more than 20 points. Okay. The 2022 team went 7 games without allowing more than 20 points. So what this defense is doing right now is kind of insane. What were you going to say?
You know what this means, right? We're in the holiday spirit. So are the Eagles Scrooge? Are they the humbugs? Oh, humbug. Are they one of them? That defense?
Yeah, I think they've been ruining everyone's Christmases and New Year's.
Definitely the Grinch.
Yeah, I think when you start looking at the players, the key players that have been phenomenal for this defense this year, you start with Jalen Carter, obviously. Right. The addition of Zach Bond, your son, and the addition of my son, Quinyon Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean. I think those 4 pieces have been integral to, the dominance. I'm not gonna forget Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean has stepped up his play considerably. What say you?
I love we got what, we haven't done the let's give Howie Roseman a clap, a round of applause yet, because he has drafted and manifest this defense, the Georgia Eagle Bulldog, and this the youth of talent on his defense has just been imperative. It is important and urgency, and they're taking their roles. Your son. I mean, did you hear him this morning? I think I actually tagged you on IG this morning.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I woke up, I usually brush my teeth, kiss my baby girl, kiss my wife, and then jump in the shower, and then check my phone for a little bit, lotion up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that Quinyon is being interviewed, and they're saying, "Hey, Quinyon, you're actually in the lead as getting Rookie of the Year." And you know what he said? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I want to win a Super Bowl. Like, come on now. Like, individual accolades and awards are important. You know what I mean? It's really important.
For
but
contracts.
That Super Bowl. Oh, for sure. Definitely. But that Super Bowl, that Lombardi means everything. Bringing another one here to Philadelphia will mean a lot way more to those guys.
But I think the way that a lot of the players are answering questions, like I said on the last couple episodes, just how they're all tied in. You start hearing the echo chamber of just that answer that he had. It was just like, but I've seen him answer questions like that since I got that opportunity to down at the Senior Bowl to interview him.
Right.
He's just like he doesn't like mince words. There's no word salad. He doesn't waste. There's no words wasted. If he feels a certain way, he says it. Whether he, shout out to Perk as well. Perk sent me that video of Quinyon as well. Just
okay, Perk.
I was laughing because it was like, bro, that is the perfect way to answer that. Like the same questions being answered is being asked to like Saquon Barkley. He's got a great opportunity to break that Dickerson's record, but I feel like he's the same. He's like, you see my career, you know where he's come from, the opportunity to get into play for a Super Bowl versus just like, I mean, the record it'll be lovely, but I'm just saying he's in a good headspace.
Yeah. I mean, and when you're saying a good headspace, this team is in a good headspace. Minus the rumors that Jeff, as Jay Glazer said, Dom and BG went to Jalen's house and told him he needs to be more involved with the team. I think that's how they say it, the Mark Arthur way. That's malarkey. You know what I mean? I think when you look at this 10 game winning streak, you see the guys gelling together and winning cures all. And the record, I want to say this and shout out to our brothers that are not here today, Ev and Primo. I'm with Primo, 15-2. I'm with it.
I feel great about it. I mean, I feel like where they're at, they're kind of forced to keep on playing players. Obviously, you talk about the health going into the playoffs. It's a good. We're in a good situation with where we're at health wise. Right. I think a lot of people are concerned about like where we're at with our players, but right now, check the medicals. All 53 players on the Eagles' active roster were practicing on Thursday during the portion of practice open to reporters today. So it's got to make you feel good. I mean, with who went down last week. Sidney Brown had a concussion last week. Landon was at practice as well.
Right.
They said all 9 players who started the week as non-participants on a big rest day practiced on Thursday. That means Saquon Barkley, Mekhi Becton, A.J. Brown, Sidney Brown, Landon Dickerson, Lane Johnson, Cam Jurgens, Jordan Mailata, and Devontae Smith. I mean, I think the biggest thing for our team, they opened up the 21-day window for Bryce Huff. I mean, what are your feelings about Bryce Huff coming back? I mean, I see you smirking.
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah. I'll let you go.
2.5 sacks. For the money that he is being paid, not me. I think all of us, I think I speak for everybody in the fan base, we're expecting more. So with him coming back, I mean, it's a bonus. It's an ad. We know we just got BG. He's been subtracted. He fills in that role. I don't see him starting. I see him as that nice rotating piece, but 17 million a year. I'm gonna need a little bit more out of Bryce Huff, and that was the worst number for him to pick to play in. That 0, oh man, he needs to go to like 48 or 49 or something like that. But
Drop
it is what it is.
And get with this hero. Shout out to those who know, but I think I do think Bryce Huff is actually a positive. We're talking about to add to the rotation. I mean, getting pressure is something we're talking about getting numbers, but like him, he still can get pressure. I think you're going to need everybody, all hands on deck. I know there's news out there with Calais Campbell asking to be released. I mean, we've been asking all season, season, like he would be a perfect piece to add during the playoff run if we can get our hands on him. I think. I think he was thinking South Beach, enjoy the weather. The views are nice.
And he's from Miami, so I get it. You want to go home, you want to play, but come on now, they're not a contender. Come to Philadelphia. Well, we're going to sack the quarterback, and you're going to play with a great defense. He would be a great addition.
He would be a great addition. Talking about shout out to all the people in the comments as well. We appreciate you guys, man. We appreciate you guys.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays, Kathy.
Yeah, happy holidays, Kathy. Jay says, hey fellas, how are the Jawns at 4th and Jawn doing? Hey, I'm doing spectacular.
We're doing great.
I'm doing fantastically well.
Yeah. I will say this though, Gail, and I'm gonna get I want to test the waters. Seeing the injury report and now everything is telling on a Friday for practice, right? How is AJ Brown something that you're kind of like
about what?
He's on there for the knee. That hip tackle. I feel like that hip tackle.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I think it was. That's why they find these guys, and the fact they didn't throw a flag on that play, I was kind of. It's kind of interesting.
Crazy word.
Now let's see. My guy says Saquon said he was excited just to win the division earlier today. I mean, hey, like it's been a minute. Like he hasn't had that opportunity in his damn career.
You know what's crazy when you look at Saquon and you look at when he talks, he's so humble, right? But you can tell he is so appreciative for being in a winning establishment franchise. Like this is new to him. I mean, yeah, he's been to the playoffs, but it's like, come on now. Like you beat the Vikings, and which was a good win, but all right, that was cute. That was cute, little brother. Now you're about to get bounced out in the next round. Now it's Super Bowl or bust. Like you're expected to be there. Your brothers are standing beside you, and they're going to put the Warrior gear on, and they're going to play. Now,
Kelly had asked, any truth to the possibility of suspending Jalen Carter? He saw that on the other site. I haven't seen that, but I don't, I'm wondering what they are going to suspend him for. I mean, I know I hit the guy upside the head, or was this talking about the fight on the sideline? That guy's balling out of control. There's no need to be sitting him. Hopefully. Merry Christmas, Kathy. Merry Christmas. I was gonna ask about I'll save that for the end. About Christmas. It was gonna be my say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
I'm gonna save that. It has something to do with Christmas.
Okay.
Shout out to Todd. He says Huff does bring fresh legs. I believe that. I mean, he's dealing with a wrist injury. I think hopefully he got back in the lab.
Yeah.
And looked at some things where he can get better. Now, talking about Washington, obviously the last time that the Eagles played the Commanders, they came in with their, chests all puffed out, came to the link. The Eagles started slow, like per usual, and then they turned it on in the second half. Saquon Barkley went off I think thinking about Saquon Barkley and going up against the Commanders, we obviously know he needs to put up some stats. You think he can average 139 yards against the Commanders on Sunday?
Yes, I definitely believe that he'll have that. I don't think he'll necessarily have the slow start as he did last game. And the reason why I think the Eagles have found the formula for the balanced offense of attack. And what I mean by the attacking, I mean by like, you know how they kept on doing the huddle runs?
Yeah.
That those huddle runs were like tapping into the defense where they were just playing undisciplined defense. They weren't trusting their eyes. They didn't know where the ball was going because Jalen is so important to the running game. So what I think is where you're going to see a hole open up and then Saquon spreads the Red Sea and it's out. He's out of there. So I think he's going to get. I think he's going to get a good portion, a bulk of a lot of the carries, but they're also going to use that spread the defense out for the Commanders.
And I know they can rush the passer.
Sure.
But can they stop the run? My thing is, what are they, 25th against the run? I think you're going up against a juggernaut of a offensive line. Speaking to Jay, she says our offensive line definitely deserves that extra rest day. They've been balling. They have correct. Guys have been balling. I think it's funny when you say, I don't normally tout our offensive line. I don't say it that much, but when you say, "Oh, we have the best offensive line in the NFL," I see analysts around the country say that, but I don't ever say that. But I feel that, I know that.
So, because you're humble,
right? But it's like, I just keep thinking about our offensive line. We do have the best offensive line unit in the league. But I also think Stout, we have one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. So I feel like that's a benefit.
Most definitely, and run game coordinator too. He knows when stick and move. Stalin he meant so much to this organization. Thank you, Chip Kelly. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for Chip, we wouldn't have. I'm telling you, the dominoes fell once Andy Reid left and brought Chip in, and the Doug came in. Chip, he contributed to that Super Bowl in 2017. I don't care what nobody says.
You said Chip Kelly?
He did. He contributed.
Stout. You brought Stout in.
Stout. Yeah.
It's funny you said that. I had that random thought this week about Stout.
I always think about that. It's always like those lost in transactions type of movie. Yeah, translations. I'm sorry, transaction. Just like credit card, Tim. Bugging. Translation. You always think about that if you make a left or a right or the green or blue. I'm not going to say nothing else, but you know what I mean. About the choices that organizations make, and it can propel you or it can project you way to the back. So.
Now, Stay Humble podcast says, I don't see how this team doesn't come out of the NFC, play up to the standard, and no one is beating us. I think it's just like you say play up to the standard. It sounds good, but when you actually see it, it's even better. Because last week was kind of the standard. You talk about UFC, they put the chokehold on an opponent, and you see the lights go out in their eyes. They didn't even get a chance to tap out. It was lights out. It was just they just choked them out. And like when you think about football, that's Philadelphia football. We saw defense. I saw a question in here. Someone was asking about the hats. Someone was asking about the hats. I mean, we got them. If you if you want one, I can put in an order for one. But shout out to Tim. I didn't know Tim was wearing his hat today.
You didn't know I was wearing my hat?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it when you came on the show. I didn't know you was rocking a hat.
You know what I'm saying? I had to put the orange on too. I feel like I'm killing it.
This guy looking clean, man. It looks like an outfit that you might wear down at the Senior Bowl.
Yes.
Shout out to Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl is
Shout out.
coming.
Yes.
For all the people in the chat liking the analysis of Quinyon Mitchell last year, this is where it started at the Senior Bowl. So if you guys are excited for that content, Senior Bowl is coming up in a month.
It's crazy.
In a month.
In a crazy. Month. Yo, I text you. I said, "Are we ready?" You're like, "I'm already there."
Well, a lot of people are, they'll talk to me about draft, and I'm like, bro, I'm not there yet. Like when I go sicko mode, like I can't really tell you much until I go deep into it. But
Gail, you'll see a different side of Gail when it comes to
your mic's a little low, my G.
Oh, it's low. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Gail is a different person when it comes to scouting. So I've seen the different shades of gray, or actually orange, or you want to call it red for the 4th of July, but is a different Gale when he's around football. Like he lights up, bro. He lights up. He's in the zone, and hopefully they're not gonna do us like they did last year by putting us on one side of the field. But it is what it is, man. We made the best out of it.
Right? But I will get there. I will find the next player the Eagles need to draft. But we got Sydney from the Senior Bowl last year, who was my guy. And we got Quinyon the next year. We're going to find him.
I thought we got somebody else. I thought you hit on like 3. No?
From the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, I thought you hit on 3. Somebody else you missed. You hit on somebody else.
I've hit on a couple, but
I'm saying you hit on a couple.
I could pick them. I could pick who's going to be the next, whatever. Anyway, but it should be interesting. Now, Perp Chomsky says Saquon will have 150 and 2 touchdowns versus.
I like that.
I think once he gets out on the edge, that's where he wins. He wins on the inside, outside, but I feel like if he stresses the defense, that'll be interesting. I think the Commanders have a nice added bonus to their defense with Marshawn Lattimore. Right. I think that gives them a great cornerback. I mean, the Eagles faced him without AJ Brown in New Orleans, so this is the second time.
And Smitty, half a game of Smitty.
Half a game of Smitty. Didn't they blow him up that game too?
Blew him up.
Was that the game?
Mm-hmm. Actually, Saquon stiff armed the shit out of him, and that's what Saquon took it to the crib. He gave it up. God. Yeah. It
was a great game. Great game.
Intense.
I honestly cried that game.
Yes, he did. Yes.
I cried that game because it's everyone talks. Shout out to my brother. It's the standard. The standard of there's a standard to Eagle football. That game was the game where Saquon showed me that he could put the game on his back, and that's the standard of an MVP type player. Conrad says the offensive line is the MVP, which I think is up there. They're up there.
Yep.
Not that they would get an individual award, but they should. Stay Humble says, is Mitchell the defensive rookie of the year? I believe so. I would. I mean, even Brian Dawkins was talking about how rare it is to put a rookie on an island
and trust him.
And trust the process.
Yeah.
And then also Cooper DeJean is right next to him, also balling out of control. And neither of them have given up a touchdown.
I do have a question for you. Do you see the argument when people are saying he doesn't have an interception, but he's still leading as a rookie on the defense of the year?
Yeah, I mean, because my thing is stats. It's like teams are starting to be wary of passing in his direction. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if he's not getting numbers, it's due to the fact that they're not looking in his direction. I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah,
you've seen him. You've seen Tay Flowers be disgusted as he ran the route for him. This is stuff we've been seeing from Quinyon since the Senior Bowl.
Right.
Ken says, we haven't even reached our full potential, which is crazy. You believe that?
I was just going to say that because the Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown wide receiver quarterback duo is just unmatched. It's like one of the best duos in the NFL right now. And for what we're seeing, and we're what week 15, week 16, right? We're at like week 15, week 16.
We are 12-2 with a bye. That is quick maths. That's week 15.
Week 15. So, and you look at the stats of what AJ Brown has, and he's missed what two or three games. It's you're knocking on the potential when you have all cylinders firing up. Like the balanced attack that we did on the Steelers, it can just get better. It can improve. You know what I mean? So he's definitely right.
Yeah, I do think you're talking about full potential. I think the defense is now unlocking that full potential. You're seeing guys that are like interchangeable pieces, the Coopers, the Chaunceys, the Zach Bonds of the world, very interchangeable pieces, what they can do. I think the intelligence on the back end is improving. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think the communication part, when you think about the Fangio defense and how intricate and how important the communication on the back end. That's something I spoke about all season long. If you've been listening along with us, that's something where the communication, if they're on point, I was talking to Dawkins about the communication process last year and how everyone was confused. That's something that he heard. That's something I had heard. I think the defense looked like they were confused on the back end, and what they're doing now is like kind of like night and day.
Well, because it's only one voice. You know what I mean? There's only one voice to be heard, and that's Vic Fangio. Minus what's going on the field. Because when I watch this defense play against the opponents, I like to look at the secondary, especially on Thursday nights. If you guys have Amazon Prime, please check out the Amazon Prime All Take 22. You can watch football in a different whole perspective, like different perspective. It's actually the option where it's AJ Brown in his visor and he's like this. If you can click on that and you can watch it on, try it tonight on Thursday. You're watching it All Take 22. And I love I was watching, I think it was the Thursday night we played, the Eagles played, and just watching the way that Coop, CJ DJ, Reed, the whole secondary, they were turning around, locking up. Hey, lock up. Oh, I'm single. I got one high. Because because what they were doing was they were doing quarters. They were playing quarters, and what it was doing was it was tricking. It was just tricking the hell out of the quarterback. The quarterback didn't know what he was doing, and especially against the Commanders. I don't think Jaden Daniels ever seen a defense like this because it was just like making him see things. It's illusion. That's what this defense really is. It's like illusion. It's going to make you see something that you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? And the blitz potential comes at the end is just immaculate, especially with Bond and Dean. And what I love about this whole defense is the secondary and the defensive line. They're playing well together and it's sticking like glue. I love it, man. I love it.
Now, DA one guy 83 says, "Where are y'all tailgating at, fellas? For this game, we will be down with Philly Sports Trips. This is the Birds takeover in Washington. I mean, if I can remove the comments, you can see it. We are. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, it just changed our back.
It changed our background, bro.
Yeah,
interesting. But anyway, we are definitely doing a tailgate with Philly Sports Trips. We'll be down there on Sunday. So if you guys are looking for a tailgate, go to phillysportstrips.com and join us. I mean, it should be a good time.
My boys will be holding me down. I won't be there. My boys will be holding me down.
I mean, you can get on a flight maybe.
Yeah, especially too close to Christmas. Too close to Christmas. Playoff though, we talking.
No, I've been telling people about like you got to get your ducats in a row because playoffs are going to be here, and it's going to be weird when you're not able to go in the stadium and feel that vibe because the vibes are immaculate. I feel like I feel like it's gonna be a tough scene because standing room is going to be.
Standing room is wild.
If I got to beg for a standing room, I think I could pull that off.
You think just to be in the building, huh?
Well, I mean, I did get concussed at the Vikings playoff game. I took an elbow to the back of the head when Patrick Robinson intercepted the ball, and then I took an elbow to the back of the head.
I was there. When did this happen?
Oh, I was in the standing room. I was by myself.
Wow, I did not know that.
Oh yeah. I don't think I'll do that again.
No bows out here.
So Todd asks, I've been trying to get to this comment. Todd asked about the retractable roof on the last show, but it's a rumor. But I have to ask somebody. I'll ask someone. I'll ask a player if they.
No.
We do need. I mean, hey, I'm saying.
We need that, man. This is Philly, man. We tough like that. It's already bad enough you're moving our Sixers down to City City.
You know, if you add a couple, I think we need a new stadium, but that's me personally.
Whoa. Oh, I mean, where are we gonna go? You want to just crumble down Wells Fargo and then build
a new one? We can fit more people in there, man. We got the fan base. So David says, raise your hand if you need a 4th and Jawn hat. Raise your hand.
That's dope.
Gail for assistant GM to Howie. I would love it. I would love it. HB says, shout out to Brian Robbins for giving us bulletin board material. I think this is not the team to give that type of material to, but I think this team's more locked in than I can. Than recent teams. This team seems super locked in.
So you think this team is more locked in than 22?
Yeah.
17?
That team was destined. I'm just saying it was a different level of. It was a different level, but they seemed.
I get what you're saying. I think 22 team was it was lopsided a little bit. And when I say lopsided, I think the D line was eating a lot, and then we had a weak link, maybe two, on both sides of the ball. But I feel like this team is like they're ready to fight for each other, and they're not going to get punked. They are punking people. You know what I mean?
Now Tim says Washington's defensive ends are going to crash hard on the inside zone. Saquon will bounce it out and have a big game. I think Dante Fowler. He leads them in sacks this year.
Yeah.
I'm wondering where I know Jonathan Allen has been rumored to be ready to go. I think he had a torn pec, but he actually healed faster. If I'm not mistaken.
Dante Fowler didn't practice today though. Something to keep a thought of.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be, we should to keep on brand, even though Evan's not here. We're still thinking about Evan in our hearts. This this Check Medicals is brought to you by Evan Hurst. So if we're looking at the injury report for the Commanders, I have that for you right here. Commanders checked the medicals. Did not practice. The tight end John Bates dealing with illness, similar to Tyler Bashadas and Sam Cosmi, right guard Sam Cosmi. Illness was reported feeling sick before the Saints game. Dante Fowler, he was a full yesterday with a groin injury, and then vet rest today, Tim. Limited. Jonathan Allen, he was limited with the pec injury for the second practice. He's back from the IR. Jeremy Chin, every Eagle fan who's a draft nerd, was one of his favorites. Everyone loves Jeremy Chin. He suffered a concussion on Sunday. He had an individual workout again at practice. Center Michael Dieter, limited with an ankle injury after starting versus Saints. Hey, Michael was going to get the work from Carter. Eagles legend, tainted a little bit. Zach Ertz suffered a concussion last Sunday. He had an individual workout at practice. Cleveland Farrell is listed with his usual knee injury and a rest day yesterday. Wide receiver Luke McCaffrey was limited again with a new shoulder injury. Defensive tackle Deron Payne, he showed up on last Friday's injury report with a back injury, but started full practice. Kicker Zane Gonzalez, the left foot injury from last week, and then his wife had a baby yesterday.
Oh,
so Frankie Louvu, he had a vet rest day yesterday. Terry McLaurin, a vet rest day. He's going to need the rest. Because Quinyon Mitchell was going to lack his ass up.
Facts.
I mean, I think he's got to be not saying he's embarrassed by his performance.
Yeah,
but it's on his mind.
Oh, it's definitely on his mind. Like you got somebody, this young bull that you're about to line across, and he shut you down. And let's be honest, bro. Like the first half, it was all he's out for the year, rest of the year now. Austin Eckler was killing us. Their wide receivers were being shut down in that first half. So yeah, Brian Robson, what's up, B?
Yeah, Eckler was annoying the shit out of me that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a guy that you definitely have to keep your eye on. Obviously, I think a spy could be in play for this week. Jaden Daniels was dealing with the injury the week that he played the Eagles. I think there's a lot on the line for them because they got to win out and get these games up, and they know what's at stake. Because I feel like the Eagles are already in kind of like they're in a playoff mode as well, but the Commanders are playing for their lives right now in terms of playoff lives.
Right. So
I do feel like they are locked in that aspect.
Yeah, for sure. And also no Noah Brown. Noah Brown's out for the year. And let's be honest, bro, they barely beat the Saints with two backup quarterbacks. That's an emotional win. You know what I mean? Like, do you think you can sustain that power or that fire in your belly to come out and play against a better team, such as the Philadelphia Eagles? Because they haven't really beat nobody that's impressive. They lost to the Cowboys, bro. Cooper Rush put 300-something yards on them.
They haven't beat a team with a winning record this year.
Yeah.
The Arizona Cardinals are 7-7, so they don't have a winning record. Teams that they beat the Titans, beat the Saints, they beat the Giants twice, so that's 4.
Right.
They beat the Cardinals. And then who else have they beaten? They beat Cincinnati 38-33, and they beat Cleveland. And last but not least, if you wanted to do the measuring stick, they beat Carolina 40-7. So they handled them well. But Tim says once Mitchell starts to read the QB tendencies on timing, he's going to have so many picks. That's if they throw at him. Tim says can't text back. I must owe you a text.
Not me, because I text him back.
Bro, have you seen my texts?
Oh, yeah. DM crazy.
Tim, tell him.
Yeah, you're
There's about 150. There's about 200 people on red right now.
He doesn't mean to.
No, I gotta get. I still haven't even posted our pics from the tailgate. Damn, that was Sunday.
You got a lot going on right now. So
true. Todd says no to the roof.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Raw and rugged, son. What?
Shout out to Daz. He says, you did a great job on scouting last year. Not going to lie, I wanted Jared Verse and was not sold on Q. And now, Daz, how are you feeling? You got a card autographed by the youngin sitting at the crib. But who was the other player I was higher on? Tim? Jared Verse.
Jared Verse. You were higher on Jared Verse, Quill. What was the other guy? I think it was the offensive lineman. We were actually kind of like, all right, cool.
Let's see.
Trying
to think.
But Q was your main guy.
That's my dude. Bry Guy says there's really no weak link on this team. And it's funny to say that as you go through all these players. I was thinking that. I was thinking that this week. As you go from player to player to player, and thinking that the backstory, thinking about how we felt about all these players that we have. I mean, even Reed Blankenship, he was a guy with so many years of experience. He brought to the table, like everyone, where's this guy coming from? But he literally was Middle Tennessee State.
Middle Tennessee.
Where he's from. He had a ton of reps. But he's when I think about weak link, if it's any weak link that you're forcing me, it'd probably be Reed Blankenship on a more athletic tight end.
I can see that. I'll go another way. I love Chauncey. I love Chauncey, but he's kind of a weak link when it comes to coverage. And that's because he's put a lot of muscle on, become a hard-hitting safety. But he's clutch when it comes to closing out the game or, being smart about, finishing out a game. Coverage. He worries me in coverage, bro. I don't know about you. He just worries me in coverage.
I think he'll make the big play though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll make the big play. I'm not taking that from him. But in coverage, he worries me. If a lot of times when they're scoring a touchdown, they're going after him when it comes to the tight end or a quick out. They go with the quick out if they're going after him.
Heather, shout out to Heather G. She says, "Hey guys, just leaving school. Sending prayers for the last day before Christmas break for all the fifth grade teachers out there. Hey. Go Birds! Pray to all you teachers out there. First and foremost, you guys. I was about to use a Whitney Houston reference. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside." Are you feeling me yet?
I'm. You're guiding me there. I'm there with you.
If you know, you know. But the teachers, man, you out here with these kids teaching them the way, man, which is important.
Bruh, listen. Okay, I'm a teacher too, so I get it. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, praying for you, Tim, as well. Dad says, "What's the word on Barkley's injury? That it was death more than they were saying." I feel like he's good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was just like a regular hit. You know what I mean? And stinger, right?
I mean, right now it's just saying rest. It didn't say anything about knee, anything. He took a hard shot though.
He did, and I didn't like that hit. Like, why you gotta go for his legs like that?
Where else are you going?
But you can't go for his kneecaps like that,
bro. I mean, talking about just from a defensive perspective, where else are you going on Saquon? I'm not tackling his calves. I'm not talking his quads. I'm not tackling. I mean, if you can get to waist, you're not tackling him high.
It's hard. It's hard right now for defensive players. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like that. I didn't like. Like my life flashed before my eyes. I was like, "Oh no, that's Saquon! No."
Heather G says, "Best case scenario, which day would a Super Bowl parade be held on?" I got some vacation days, probably a Tuesday.
It's going up.
Or Thursday would be nice because if you, I mean I've heard this talk already.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
so whose house are you staying at? Because it's hard as hell to park in Philly.
I'm just getting dropped off helicopter style.
Facts.
People were like, "Yo, I'm booking hotels off Broad Street already." B. I'm like, okay,
you're gonna have to figure out something because last time, bro, I remember my cousins had a park. Literally, they parked across the street from the bridge and walked from Jersey to Philly. It was that bad, bro. It was that bad.
Now, is that true? Noah Brown is out today. Is out this week.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's why they got KJ
Osborne. Yeah. Right.
I don't know what happened to it. Was it his back or something like that?
I
can do some research. Let's do some research, Tim. Got the computer in front of you.
Yeah, no, Brown is. Yeah, I was just reading this. I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, Scary Terry. Scary Terry is a guy that I was watching Cooper DeJean just talking about this key to success to stopping Terry is being physical and trying to reroute his routes, kind of like change the direction of where he wants to go.
Right.
But they all showed Scary Terry some love. I do think he's gonna have a chip on his shoulders this game. I mean, when you make memes about him, I think it's tough. Shout out to Jesse Wines who made that meme of Scary Terry, and we collabed with him, and we got a huge amount of hate. I just helped the collab, helped my guy out with his meme, and we were getting hate DMs, but it wasn't that serious. But Perk chimes in. He says the Commanders gave up 8 sacks last week. Now they're going up against a way better defensive line.
Who did they go against last week? Saints, right? The Saints had 8 sacks?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Shout out to Tim. He says, popular guy, I get it. No hate. Had the wife on the ropes for Washington, but looks like I'll be on the couch now. If you need me to put in a good word for you, let me know. The Armstrongs have joined 4th and Jawn the last couple of tailgates. And let me tell you, I got a picture of one of your uncles, your wife's uncles, who was having the time of his life. I got the moment where he was just in the glory of DJ Lowski and the tailgate vibes. Check out, look, he was at the mall. And then I found, then there was another one. He was just in his glory. He was out there dancing.
He was happy.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
Awesome.
Stay Humble asked, how important is the number 1 seed this year? I've seen teams crumble in the cold out here. Vikings play in a dome. I think playing out in the Philly cold is another level. With the fans, it's kind of unmatched. 49ers, back in the day, coming into a buzzsaw out here was kind of bananas.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've seen the Falcons die in the cold as well. I've seen Julio Jones miss a catchable ball in the cold. The cold is a factor.
It is. Are you one of those guys that you're worried about the seating?
No, I think wherever we go, we bring the fire.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Nick Walker. Evening, guys. Hope as well. It's Nick. See, another person I owe a message back to. I got to send you your pictures from the tailgate again. Okay.
Man, the people.
Yeah, so many DMs. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people talking about yeah, Perkins said the parade last year was on Thursday last year. Last time we won.
I got you.
Y'all Eagle fans talk about parades and Super Bowls. The arrogance. The arrogance of you people. But obviously, want to give a big shout out to big shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. If you're out here trying to win some things out here, Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off, which ones are ice cold. Make your entries in just a few taps, and turn your sports opinions into real money. Join over 5 million fans that are already playing on Underdog with the Champs game. You can win money by making entries with your favorite players. You can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like passing yards, interceptions, touchdowns, and much more. I think some of the entries we're making this week is Saquon Barkley over 100 for sure. I think I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith under 100. He's only went over 100 one time this season. So I mean, obviously he's gonna get some love. I just don't think he's going over 100.
Okay.
I want him to go over 100, but if I'm making it an entry, that would be it. Kenny Gainwell over
25,
over 20 yards rushing. I'll take that.
Yeah.
25 yards rushing, maybe.
And if you can do is you can also match up all-purpose catching and rushing. So I say 40 an entry.
I say AJ Brown over 100. I mean, he's gonna have a tougher matchup. That would be one where you could say under 100 with Lattimore, and then Jalen Hurts. Can he piggyback off the performance of last week? I think over 250. It's not bad.
That's not bad. I would say Jaden Daniels over 17 rushing yards entry.
Okay. Over 17? Mm-hmm. But under 30?
Under 30.
Under 30? Okay. I like it. I like it. So Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up and deposit now using the promo code Jawn to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. This must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts, Arizona, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Avoiding Colorado. Concern where you play. 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. So my underdogs this week, underdogs that need to be talked about in the game against the Commanders. Who's gonna have your underdog performance?
My underdog performance will be no other than Milton Williams. I think he was going to have a sack. He's going to come up big in the running game. Oh, shout out to Todd. Great mind thinking like, oh, I got one sack. I got two. That's on the defense side. And my underdog on the offensive side. You know what? I'm just going to say it with my chest. Jahan Dotson gets a touchdown.
Oh.
That's my underdog play, or yeah.
You think first series they go to Jahan early?
I think so. I think Jahan gets a touchdown though. I think they're gonna do some like trick plays, something to get the ball in his hand.
Dad says Barkley gets 200 yards. Shout out to David. He says, I think Washington moves McLaurin away from Mitchell this week. I mean, to Slay. I mean, where there's nowhere to move. There's nowhere to move these players. Todd mentions that Milton Williams has been an unsung hero this year.
Yes.
Conrad says Nakobe Dean. Now, if you don't know, Conrad also takes photos. check out Polymath People Productions if you need those blazing photos. He's out here taking photos of models. He's out here taking pictures of people at tailgates.
Hey.
This guy's unstoppable. Unstoppable. Now a perfect underdog performance, Jalix Hunt from Pops.
Yeah, it's a perfect one.
I think Jalix Hunt, just getting him acclimated to the NFL speed is him getting these little stints.
Yeah, he's hit the ground. He's hit the ground running. I love it.
A couple snaps. Shout out to Nick. He says 4th and Jawn hospitality as a match had the experience of a lifetime at the Panthers tailgate. Now, Nick, if you're watching, you are watching, but you're still here. You were wearing a Devontae Smith jersey, correct? Because I'm looking through 1,000 photos, and I always get lost sometimes. But I believe you were wearing the Devontae Smith jersey. Darren G's underdog performance, offense. Calcaterra gets his second TD.
I like
defense.
That.
Blankenship gets 2 picks. Ooh,
I like that. I like that. That's a good one, Darren. That's a good one.
I like that one. Shout out to Fuji in the building. I ran into Fuji down at the Christmas Village. He had this dope ass. It was a hoodie. It was a hoodie parka poncho, Kelly green with black. I went to the stand last night. He told me to go get it. He told me where he got it. The guy sold out. I said, "You're not getting any more?" He's like, "No, that's it for the year." I said, "Really?" I said, "I'm gonna have to go find Fuji, and I'm gonna have to rob Fuji for this." It was so nice. It was so nice. But Fuji says, let's keep the Eagles victory train moving. I think the vibes are high, man. Again, I was helping out Jordan Spector at his Christmas Village shop. If you're at the Christmas Village, check out Jordan Spector art. When you get an opportunity to talk to Eagle fans, as much as you do when you're down there, it's crazy. Everybody's riding high. Everybody loves Saquon. I talk about Saquon every time I'm down there. I just think the energy's right. I think some people are scared to say the SB word, but I think the way that this team is moving, it's not a weird thing to say. We've been talking about a Super Bowl for how long, Tim? In the offseason? We started in the offseason.
Yeah, we started in the offseason.
So I feel like everyone's catching up here.
We ain't never scared. That's what we're saying.
I'm just saying, we seen what the roster looked like. It's just a matter of it matching on field. I mean, obviously on paper, and we're just talking Madden guys who play Madden, but I feel like on paper, it was amazing to see on paper. Now, as you see it, I think watching the defense just gel together. Oh, it's like,
wow.
It's like 3 and out. 3 and out.
It's like butter and toast.
Like you ain't, or the fact that like you ain't running on us.
Facts.
That's a good feeling.
Yes.
Like Najee Harris was like nowhere. Derrick Henry,
Yeah, he had a little spark, but
but like it's Shout out to resident hater Pete Nathan in the most positive way.
He's already hating.
Yeah. Ray says the Eagles must win the Sunday the NFC East champion. And the thing is, you win this game right here. You're locking up just more than NFC East. You're locking in the 11th straight win. You're making history there. Yep. And then you're pretty much hammering home number 2 seed. Pretty much. Now, Stay Humble asks, who is the biggest threat to the Birds in the NFC? Packers, Vikings, or Lions? Now, Lions have gone through an abundance of injuries as of late, losing Montgomery, losing Aleem McNeil.
Yeah,
if I said that right. Carlton Davis went down. I think they're in a tough spot. I do believe, Packers. It's tough, always tough to beat a team twice in a year. I think I'm not again in my prime voice. I'm not scared of anyone. So to put a label on this as a threat, I think any team is a threat every time if you don't take them seriously. But I think Vikings. I still don't know how they're doing it.
I don't know either.
I mean, they're doing it. They're doing it, right? But you're thinking Darnold has to
turn into a pumpkin. He's gonna turn into a pumpkin soon.
He has to fold at some point, right?
Right.
I'm just thinking out loud, internally, but out loud now.
I will say this though. If anybody that's like I suppose the biggest threat is, I'm about to say the Packers. Just due to the fact that their defense isn't that great, but they're manageable, and it's the Packers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got a respectable, organization, but that's like part of like the biggest threat. I mean, we beat them, but it's hard to beat teams 3 times or 2 times.
But the difference between the first time we played the Packers and I think the defense is 10 times better. I do believe that opening game they shut down the Packers offense inside the 20 how many times?
Yeah, quite a few.
So, I mean, but I think they're even better than that. There's no Avonte Maddox on the field. Cooper DeJean is here. Guys are tackling better. Zach Vaughn is playing out of his mind. But that's what it is. Shout out to D-Ray. He says, "What's up, guys?" Shout out to you. Perk with the he's saying Sweaty J will have 4 sacks.
4 sacks. All right, that's what's up. I see.
Brianna with a fly Eagles fly.
I think the thing that I think that concern is a little concerning. It's not a big concern. Is going to Detroit, because you've been in Detroit. I've never been in Detroit, but you told me that it was so loud in there. Vikings, those the domes, like going into those domes and going in a hostile environment and learning a silent snap count, like that's the biggest thing to me. To me.
The Lions. I've never been in a stadium where my ears started hurting.
See,
and it's not even trying to. It's not. All right, old head. No, like I'm telling you, like when it was so loud in there that my ears were buzzing. The Saints stadium was super loud, but my ears were buzzing in the Lions stadium. But there's also not only the stadium is loud, there's kind of like this driving force from the Lions fans, like the energy from Lions fans and the pain and anguish of years of hurt and disgust. They give it their all, like the Eagle fans. So I'm not gonna say they're like Eagle fans, but their hunger and passion for it wins. You can feel it.
Right.
We were out there tailgating with a bunch of Lions fans. We got invited to a Lions tailgate by a couple of people. It was a good time. But you could feel it. You could feel the pain. It's weird. You're like, you're like, yeah, that feels like it being an Eagle fan. Because I mean, you remember the NFC champions, but like you,
sure.
years. I mean, it's a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Perk says Vikings O-line is suspect. Okay. Perk out here puffing his chest. This ain't even say with your chest, Perk.
Yeah, no, Perk. Tell him, Perk.
Shout out to Brianna, who's still celebrating her birthday week. So if you see her in the streets, Philadelphia, make sure you show her some love and get some ice cream cake while you're at it. Darren G says our defense is 1,000% better now than when we played the Pack the first time. Fangio figured out how to play our roster strengths at the bye. We play them again. We will destroy their offense. Look at you, Darren. Not even saying with your chest, but I like the confidence. I'm feeling that.
I do feel that we're a better away team than home team when we play. So I want to put that out there.
Yeah. Okay, so usually we put out before who's going to be your offensive MVP versus the Commanders.
Offense MVP. I'm just gonna stick with that guy, number one, underneath the center, Jalen M. freaking Hurts, Mr. Mitch Match, Patty Whack, Jordan 11s, give a dog a bone.
Did you see the? By the way, did you see the cleats that he dropped?
Yeah, I did see those. I seen those.
God, you were like, man, if I was playing, I'd be
Right.
oh.
I like those all white 11s. Those were fire. I was like, damn, bro. I wish my mom would have had me a little like in the 2000s because like technology in sports so way better than when you and I were playing in high school and college. Man, it's so unfair, man. But yeah, that's my offensive MVP, Jalen Hurts.
And the way that they're dropping his cleats, that is a serious amount of heat.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that to say it.
Man, listen. Shout out to all you that got at me when I made that statement last podcast about his cleats. Shout out to like y'all are like in my DMs, y'all are killing me. But hey, listen, it's my opinion.
They're calling you old.
Yeah, I know. All of them call me old. I'm
trying to find a pair of the Jordans that I made for for Prime, because I feel like at this moment they are making every single pair of heaters that I can't keep up with.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna have to tap out.
These are the ones that I was like, yo.
These are the ones I made for Primo. Midnight green. I was like, all right, I'm doing something special. Jordan hasn't done it yet. And now they're just dropping the 11s. Can't see it.
Dang it. It's the Jordan 3 white. The elephant print is black with a Kelly green bottom and the eye lace with the Jordan Jumpman and his symbol. Man, if they come out with this colorway, fire. I'm gonna have to send this in the chat for some reason. I'm gonna send it in the chat because that's probably my favorite.
I gotta tap out, man. I'm like, if Jordan comes out with another midnight green or Kelly green, I'm retiring from customs. AJ, shout out to AJ. Voice of Angel says Jalen Nino Brown hurts, or Jalen Two Shoes hurts.
Like Nino.
Perk gives offensive MVP to the smooth criminal, aka Devontae Smith. Tim says mismatched Jordans for the win. Okay.
Did you see when he came out with the cleats?
Yeah.
The Columbias?
Seen all of them, man.
Stop playing.
Saquon says, Tim says Saquon for offensive MVP. I'm gonna go my offensive MVP. Devontae Smith had a hell of a game last time we were in Washington.
Yeah, he did.
Hell of a catch. Right.
Was that one when he jumped over the two?
Like right before the half or right after that? I know it was in a line for getting a drink or something, and I was like, I think it was right after the half. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
No, you got. I picked Jalen Hurts.
Okay, since you picked
somebody else,
I'll go with Saquon then.
Okay.
I need that LA Rams Saquon type of finishing game. Like, you don't understand how much I needed that win that day, because I needed it. I was running around doing the Saquon around the stadium. I was like, I said, bro, that dude went off. AJ says Devontae Smith for MVP.
Respect it.
And we got Saquon from Darren. He puts that rushing record more realistically back on the table after it slipped last week. Pop says we have more shoes than my wife. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, we're sneakerheads. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, man. Defensive MVP. I'll start. Jalen Carter has been a menace to any offensive lines society. I think they're gonna face Jalen Carter, they're gonna be drinking gin and juice because they're gonna need it.
Lean back.
Because Jalen Carter, he gets better and better. Who do you have as your defensive MVP?
Defensive MVP. I'm gonna have to go with man. This is a tough one. I usually go with linebackers. I feel like I go with linebackers like every other week. But this time, I'm going to go with the safety. I'm going to go with that man, that bad man, CJ Gardner-Johnson. I'm gonna go with Chauncey. We'll go with Chauncey. I think Chauncey's going to have an interception.
Perk goes Sweaty J, AJ Jalen Carter, Darren G, defensive MVP, Sweat, 2 sacks and forced fumble. Sweat's been playing. No one said no, underdog performance. I'd say I don't even know if I said my underdog performance, but Nolan Smith.
That's a good one.
Nolan Smith.
I got a question. And maybe because I'm a homer and this is my son, I'm gonna say it. I think Zach Bond is the best linebacker in football. This year, he is the best linebacker in football. Name me another linebacker besides Nakobe. He's playing better than Fred Warner. I know Fred Warner has a broken ankle. He has a fractured ankle. But
that's a big statement.
I'm gonna have to say it. I'm sorry, bro. Like he's playing great, man. Like he's having a great year.
He for what. I mean, especially for what you thought he was going to be,
right?
Or I thought he was going to be a good role player, but he's been a great role player,
right?
Not even role player, great player. I think he's been holding it down, but I think you kind of underestimate what it looks like when you have two guys like Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis taking up
the space.
These guys are just like a vacuum cleaner after that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a great. I always say, man, like with this team and this unit, you like everyone plays their part. Without the O-line, without the Mekhi Bectons, I saw someone say Mekhi Becton for offensive MVP. Like some of these holes aren't there. The way that Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell locking things up, the back end shoring up things. Right. It's causing havoc all across, I say, offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Headsets. They're like, what can we do? What can we do at this point? I just think I just try to pinch myself. Is this real? Is this real life? Because defense is
defense, yeah, right. And we haven't had a defensive coordinator like this since Jimmy Johnson. So brutally honest. So recognize the talent. Like he has the balls to cut one of the premier. I mean, I think he was one of the premier. Devin White. Everybody forgot about that.
Air quotes.
Yeah. But everybody's forgot about Devin White, and he's barely playing in Houston right now. So it's just saying it says a lot with Vic Fangio. The real Vic Fangio is here in Philadelphia.
Shout out to Bob from Down Under. He looks like he's out of suspension from Facebook. They finally let him out. I'm not sure. He says his comments work again. Shout out to you. And now that you got you were locked up, now that you're out here, able to comment. Shout out to Prime and shout out to Evan Hollywood Hearn. He has his company holiday party tonight. So shout out to Evan Hollywood Hearn. But also shout out to Bud Light for holding down all the tailgates all throughout the years. Shout out to you guys for representing and holding us down. Shout out to Red Bull for giving the tailgate wings. Also, shout out to our newest sponsor, Sfelli's Pizza. Adding those beautiful cheesesteaks you see Evan Hollywood Hearn out here making. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be getting these cheesesteaks to the people. Sometimes that's what it takes. It takes a lot of people to come together to make a good thing happen. And we appreciate you guys for helping out the tailgate. Also, first and foremost, shout out to you guys, the fans that show up to these tailgates. Once again, if you didn't know where we're tailgating this Sunday, where we'll be with the Philly Sports Trips for the Birds Takeover in Washington. It'll be a great time, man. There's a bus trip going on down there. There's tailgate packages. Make sure you get on a bus. You don't even have to drive. You can head down from Philly, have a good old time. I'm not sure I'm getting on the bus, but I'll definitely be there. So shout out to Philly Sports Trips. Make sure you get go on over to phillysportstrips.com and make sure you book a trip. Or you can follow them at Sports Trips PHL on Twitter for more information. Go Birds. A lot of people are asking if we're throwing a tailgate. Man, it's a lot going on.
We've only thrown a couple of tailgates when we go to somebody's stadium, right?
I've done a couple in Washington.
I remember the one. I think my favorite one was the one we did in New Jersey with the
New Jersey
Giants. That was a fun one. Cold.
Yeah, man. Always a good time, man. But let's see. Before we get out of here, man, we always like to say it with our chest. You have a moment. You gotta get something.
I have a moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So, come on, son. I'm gonna need y'all to stop with the lookalike contest. We got grown ass men out here pretending to be Jalen Hurts. We got a whole bunch of light skinned cats out here trying to be Jalen Hurts. One of them looked like Dakota Prescott. I don't know what you was thinking. What was you thinking? Come on, son. Stop. Then
I see that. The Jason Kelsey look like.
Yeah, Jason, come on, son. What y'all doing, man? Y'all grown ass men trying to be another man. What are y'all doing? You got these dudes out here acting like Drake. He's on the ropes, getting his ass kicked by Kendrick. Come on, son.
I'm not mad if if you start making money to be a lookalike. More power to you. It's about the kids, man. It's about Christmas time, man. If you
when you're drawing on your beard, though, we got a problem.
Hey, man, if Darius Rucker needs a lookalike, if you need me to come out here, let her cry. Yeah, I'll come out here and make some money.
No, we got Timberland in the booth.
Timberland needs to come. If Timberland needs a stunt double,
man,
it's all about the children on Christmas. You need to buy Christmas presents and hateration, holleration.
Nah, I'm gonna need y'all to stop.
Hey, man. If Brian Pumper wants to come out of retirement, those who know,
bugging. Oh, you bugging.
Eddie Winslow.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Darius.
Perk says pretty privileged lookalikes, man.
That was wild too. That was wild. You know what? You can just tell. Foxwood was hating. He was hating, and his wife. When his wife said what she said.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It took his soul, man. It took his soul. His wife. She put the leg drop on the soul.
Yeah. Got to do better.
Let me see. I'm trying to think about say it with your chest. I said I was gonna say something about Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, say it with your chest. I'm gonna say it with my chest. For all you people out there who on Christmas wait to the last minute, respect to you. I'll wait to the very last minute and I get good gifts. Why do I get good gifts? Because I'm thinking about what I'm going to purchase. You people that go to the mall or go to just search aimlessly, don't put in thought about your gifts. Those who wait, they know where to go, they know when to buy it, and they figure it out because they put in thought. So don't hate on the person who waits the very last day or 2 days before and can get all the gifts in one day. Don't hate.
You're a Grinch. You're a Grinch.
I give good
Nah,
gifts.
you're a Grinch, B. You're a Grinch, B. Just say it, B. You're a Grinch.
No, I put in thought.
Last minute, so you wait until Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas, to go get a gift for somebody?
2 days, 3 days, yeah.
You're bugging. No, absolutely not. Why happens if they run out of stock or something?
But they don't, because I've done my research.
You be bugging. You be bugging. Son.
People are like, yo, I got 4 days, 5 days to get present. I'm like, what? Have you not thought about the gift that you're gonna get?
Prime example of somebody that does not have kids. Prime example. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro. Nah.
Man. All right. I mean, if you got y'all can think on the fly, so be it. I'm just saying I had to get that off my chest because people always tell me like, oh, I can't think at the very end of Christmas, before Christmas. I gotta buy gifts in November. Like, bro, that's you.
But what happens to, okay, I have a question. So this is actually a good topic, because what happens if your friend or significant other wanted something that was like a special edition, like a Stanley Cup, and they did like a cross brand with Stanley with Nike, Stanley with Off-White or something like that, and it came out that specific date.
Well, then you got to get on it.
Okay,
but then you have to know your significant other.
Facts.
You have to know what they want, or you have to know your children what they want. Have those conversations, Tim. I got lists, bro. I got lists.
I got lists, and I got to get myself like a month before, because there's certain things that, like, my wife, my wife is actually easygoing. My wife is not glitz and glamour and stuff like that. My daughter, on the other hand, no, that's a diva. So I get it.
Shout out to Todd, haven't bought a Christmas gift yet, gang. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Todd, because you get it.
Yeah, you're a Grinch gang, son. You and Todd, y'all some Grinches, son. What is wrong?
Shout out to David Pops. He says, nah, I listen, plan, have delivered every gift by November. I will never step foot in the store after Thanksgiving.
Boom. Nobody want to go to the mall. I haven't been to a mall. I haven't been to the mall in years, B. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a mall guy. You know what I'm saying? So outlet, I'll go real quick. It's outdoor. I'm in and out. The mall is just, you gotta park, you gotta walk everywhere. I'm not doing all that.
Yo, I make up my mind. I go out on a Saturday and go ham. And I get there early. I get there early. Worst day of shopping is at 12 o'clock. If you get there when the doors open, you're good.
Bro, they be having all those door busters. See, I see where you're going. You get door busters, and you hand out the gifts for free. You know what? You a smart dude.
Just show up, man. You're
a smart dude.
That's all I got for you. That's all I got. It's no F big paper, but it is what it is. But before we get out of here, last word, Tim.
Yeah, man. Yo, Eagle fans, thank you. 4th and Jawn fans, thank you so much. I've been checking my DMs. I appreciate the kind words. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much. This has been so cool to be a part of. I love chopping it up with everybody when we talk about our birds. So super cool. And hey guys, don't worry, we're gonna be okay. Jalen's finger is okay. It's on the non-throwing hand. Everybody keeps on bringing that damn thing up. He's okay. If it's shattered, he's still gonna play.
I wonder how it got shattered though. Tush push.
Ooh, that probably be.
Do we know?
Maybe. Nope.
Do we know? Saying.
I was actually going to ask you, see if you heard anything.
But that's
maybe a weight.
What's wild is that like last year he had his figure injury.
He did.
This is 2 years in a row.
That was the one that he broke it on somebody's helmet, wasn't it?
He had the his finger looks like my finger, where you break it and then it never comes back. It's just always bent. My still not healed.
I feel my thumb's like that too.
Tim also
we didn't do final score position.
Yeah. Well, give me your score.
Final score position. I have 34-17. Go Birds.
AJ chimes in. Eagles 28, Commanders 22. Darren says Birds 30, Commanders 17. Pop says let's go get that division title, aka David. I'm gonna say Eagles 30. I'm gonna say Commanders 24.
Passing 24 points. Wow. Okay. All right.
Pete says Eagles 28, Washington 21. Perk says Birds will give out a wrap weekly L to the Commodes, 35-14.
Yeah, so what's up, Tim?
I would like to make it more. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to respect the Commanders a little bit.
Oh, no doubt.
If Jonathan Allen plays, it might make a difference. But I say, did I say 30-24?
Yeah.
How about 30-21? Okay, is that better for you?
Yeah, that's better. I mean, I just don't see them scoring 20 points.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah. My last word. Appreciate you guys in the comments. Appreciate you guys on the streets of Philadelphia. I run into a lot of people randomly who support the pod. Shout out to Fuji. Like I said, I bumped into Fuji out walking the streets recently. Meet a lot of great Eagle fans, and the conversations are always great. It's always great to break bread, especially during a playoff run. Eagle fans are on a high, walking around the city. Just like it's great, man. It's just great to walk around with your Eagle stuff, and like, you know, people be walking up like, you definitely understand. You got it. You understand what's going on. Like this. Mm-hmm. I seen some dude. He was definitely suffering from something, but he was talking about the Eagles in a way that got me hyped. I said, bro is out here talking about Super Bowls. He was just on the street corner, but he got me hyped. But I just in general, it's great to see. Every week, man, I get to see that. So I'm privileged, man, to be around that. But anyway, shout out to Prime and shout out to Evan and shout out to the Eagle fans. And shout out to the Eagles fam. Have a happy holidays. Are we almost close to Christmas? Christmas is Tuesday.
Yeah, Christmas is Tuesday. But we have a pod on Monday.
Yeah, we have another pod.
Yeah, you got to do something Christmassy on Monday, you know.
Or how about this one? Happy shopping. Get all your Christmas presents. For all you guys that waited to the last minute, I salute you. For all y'all people that were worried about not getting a Christmas present, you know, like.
Shout out to you Grinches.
Palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti. Hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, it's fly. Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.
Get your shopping done, okay?